Yo, what's good guys? My name is Crazy Pie. In this video, we're going to be talking about one of the most underrated guns within Apex Legends Season 2. Within last week's update on Tuesday, July 2nd on the Season 2 update, we saw recent buffs as well as nerfs to many of the guns. This is either in the form of the two new hop-ups being the Disruptor rounds as well as the Hammer Point rounds, but as well as we saw some pretty significant gun updates and buffs to most of the various guns within Apex Legends, and one of these guns has to be the Flatline, alright? The Flatline got a pretty significant damage buff, being I believe around 3 damage per hit, so it used to be I believe around 16 or 17, now it does around 19 damage per hit, which is honestly pretty significant. That's a lot of damage in terms of an assault rifle. So every single shot now that you're going to hit with the VK-47 Flatline is going to be 19 damage every single time you hit them in the body shot, 38 every single time you hit them in the head, and then 14.25 every single time you hit them in the leg damage. This is actually huge, alright? This is honestly one of the biggest changes to the Flatline. Now, obviously, because it does have a lot more damage now and a lot more damage than most other assault rifles, this thing got a pretty heavy, recoil adjustment, I guess you could say, or just the recoil in the gun of itself is just extremely big and extremely hard to counter, which obviously makes sense. If the R301 did this high of damage, it would just be the most strongest gun in the game. So obviously, you're going to have a little bit of recoil to compensate, which is why the biggest thing I recommend you guys go ahead and do to use this underrated weapon very well, hop into the training mode right now as we speak. Just go in there while you're watching this video, pick up the Flatline and just use it, alright? Go off with the Flatline, trust me, this thing is ridiculous. In order to control the recoil, basically all you have to do is basically move your stick side to side, left and right as it's going up. So pull a little bit down while you move it opposite direction to whichever way it's swaying. So it's either going to sway to the left or to the right. You're going to want to pull down and then either to the left or to the right to compensate for the recoil as it's bumping up and then to the left and to the right. Now if we compare the damage from the Flatline to the R301, just to give you guys a little bit of a look-see here as to why this is very underrated, is because obviously the Flatline sucked, alright? Obviously, everyone likes the R301 better, it's easier to use, and it's obviously, you're going to land more shots, your recoil is a little bit easier, and your damage is pretty solid. But once you learn how to use the Flatline and control its recoil as effective as you can, you're going to see here that the Flatline is quickly one of the better S tier weapons within Apex Legends. Now, if we get into the damage here, like I said, 19 to the body, 38 to the head, as well as 14.25 every single time you hit them in the leg with the Flatline. Now, we talk about the R301 here. The R301 hits him for 14 every single body shot, 28 every single headshot, and then 10.5 every single leg shot. So right out of the gate here, you're already getting around 5 extra damage ticks every single time you hit them with the Flatline compared to the R301. That's if you hit them in the body. If you hit them in the head, you're basically getting an extra 10 damage shots off, as you only get 28 damage per shot with the R301 every single time you hit him in the head, and you get around 38 with the Flatline. And then if you hit him in the leg, you really only get 2.25 basically extra shots. So the leg shots don't really matter too much, but if you hit them in the head, an extra 10 damage every single time you hit him, that's going to be crucial, alright? That's going to be crucial. It's going to basically take down a little bit of these shots that you have to take. So say you have to shoot him 5 times in the head with the 301, maybe you might have to only hit him 4 times in the head with the Flatline in order to secure the kill. So the faster time to kill here easily has to come to the Flatline. Obviously, if you're not really good at controlling the recoil yet, you're going to miss your shots and it's not going to be that good. But that's the exact reason why this gun is underrated. Once you learn to control the recoil, this thing's a monster. The only real 2 things that you have to watch out for when you're using the Flatline is going to be mostly just your ammo mag, because the Flatline does use heavy ammo and it only comes with 20 shots inside of each magazine. That's 2 more than the R301, might I add, which is a little bit better in my opinion. But you want to try and find these heavy mags as much as you possibly can, as well as the stock, because compared to the 301, you can't get a barrel stabilizer, which is unfortunate because the recoil is pretty bad. But the only 2 attachments that really matter for the Flatline is going to be your stock as well as your heavy mag. So even if you're playing in a match right now and you don't really think you're going to be using the Flatline, try and pick it up, try and pick up a purple heavy mag and just save it for whenever you need it or whenever you see a Flatline, because you're going to want to try and get a purple magazine on this Flatline. I believe it goes to 30 plus bullets, which is going to be very beneficial when you're using this gun. But yeah, go ahead, use the Flatline, tell me how you like it down below, get used to that recoil pattern and comment how you feel about the Flatline. It's pretty good, I like it a lot, and I'm happy that it got a well needed buff, thank goodness. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, I'll see you guys later for another one, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, boys.